everybody, happy 4th of July to all of you watching. Hopefully you have something fun planned, something festive, patriotic. Hopefully you have some great cigars in your lineup ready to go to that barbecue that you're hosting, that pool party, or maybe you're just keeping it quiet and watching the fireworks somewhere cool. So either way, happy 4th to all of you, and here goes the lineup. I tried to pick some that were somehow appropriate to the 4th, but you know, it's always a challenge to get creative sometimes in that way. But that being said, these are all cigars I found in my humidor, so again, hopefully they're gonna make their way into your travel humidor for this day and this week of smoking. So number 5, starting out with the CAO Flathead. This one is the V642 with the Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, a Habano Connecticut binder, Nicaraguan Ligero, Piloto Cubano Ligero as well. Beautiful notes of cocoa, leather, a little bit of earthy. There's a light sweetness to it. I feel like the CAO Flathead line is so perfect for anybody who loves to go to car shows. I don't know why I always make that association with, like, you know, a Sunday car show, walking around, smoking a cigar, have a coffee in hand. It seems like the perfect pairing. So if that's on your lineup anytime soon, definitely be sure to grab one of the CAO Flatheads. There's a big portfolio of them, and they're a great lineup. A lot of fun with the CAO projects that Rick Rodriguez is always coming up with new stuff, and he's a fun guy to follow. Of course, that Flathead line's been around for quite some time, so I would think by now you've had a chance to try it out, and of course, if you haven't, definitely pick one up and add it to your lineup for smoking. Number 4, I went with a beautiful lady, the Rose of Sharon in the Lancero, if you can find the Lancero. If not, it does have some different vitolas offered, but the Rose of Sharon is a beautiful offering from my good friends Robert and Sharon Holt. Beautiful line. The Rose of Sharon is perfect with for me, with the chilled glass of white wine. I really love that pairing. It's lighter, it still has a body to it. Beautiful flavor profile on this one. It's made, of course, at AJ's factory out in beautiful Nicaragua, and it's featuring an Ecuadorian sun-grown Connecticut wrapper, a Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan viso and seco, and Dominican Piloto Cubano Ligero in the filler. So you get beautiful notes of graham cracker, you get the cinnamons, a little bit of pecan, you pick up some cashew, I can't remember if I said black pepper, light earth on it. Just a really overall beautiful cigar, one that I featured on my lineup many times. So hopefully by now you've had a chance to try it. If not, there's no time like the present to try out that beautiful, beautiful offering. Again, the Rose of Sharon Lancero. Moving along to number 3 this week, we have the Drew Estate Kentucky Fire Cured. That's a fun cigar. It's just a great one to smoke. It smells delicious, and it smokes surprisingly not as heavy as the aroma that you get when you're just you know, smelling the cigar itself. It has that nice fire cured aroma to it. Of course, that's an old school type of way, not one that's done by many people, especially in the cigar industry. But in Kentucky, they have like these really cool barns, and they actually light up these big pits of fire, and they kind of have these fans or these things that they use to blow that that smoke into the drying leaves, and it creates this drying effect. It also creates a beautiful aroma and a whole different flavor profile. So it's a really fun old school kind of technique, and again, not one that is practiced by many in the cigar industry, so it's kind of a fun little twist on things. If you haven't tried the Kentucky Fire Cured, definitely a barbecue friendly cigar. I can't help it, the association's there. If you have like a nice mesquite barbecue going, nice ribeye on there, this is a great cigar to finish that with. Even you could even do this with some burgers. This is a very 4th friendly cigar to enjoy for your festivities. So again, the Kentucky Fire Cured is featuring a San Andres Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan and binder filler. Nicaraguan and Brazilian filler on this one. So to me, you pick up like a peatiness from it. Of course, hickory. You do get a little subtle sweetness. It's kind of like, I think it's just an association because of the name that you start to look for those more barbecue-ish flavor notes. It's not that strong of a flavor that you're going to get from it in that regard. It's just a beautiful, well-rounded balance. You get the peppers. You do get a little bit of that meatier kind of profile in there, and you know, I do pick up a little bit of the mesquite. I can't lie. I think it's a mental thing, but it's there. I can taste it. It's a great cigar, and it's one that can be found in many humidors, so you should not have a problem locating this beautiful cigar, again by Drew Estate. Which brings me to number 2. We have the AJ New World, offered in a variety of vitolas as well as variations on the blends. There's some different ones that he's come out with. I like the traditional, the first one that he released, the New World. I loved the box press. It's just a great cigar. It's very inexpensive, and it's again one that should be found in most humidors. Different vitolas you can find it in. A beautiful band, has a nice artwork to it. And of course, it's a Nicaraguan puro being made at AJ's factory using his tobacco. You're gonna pick up the beautiful dark chocolate notes in there. You pick up a little bit of a cacao powder. There's a nice earthiness to it. It's kind of that mixture of earthy and sweet, little salty, kind of all those little nuances in there, some pepper spice going on, but it's a really nice, easy to smoke, and again, easy to find, you know, cigar that should be in most humidors that you would see around. So that being said, going on to number 1, I figured this one was super appropriate for today's festivities, and that is the American, coming out of JC Newman's factory. This is a beautiful cigar, cool idea. This is from Drew Newman. This was his brainchild a while back. I believe these launched a couple years ago, I want to say now. And I was there at the trade show when they were first showcasing this. It was just super cool how they were doing all these different components. I mean, really making this a straight, you know, full 100% American cigar, from the tobacco to the boxes to the bands to the cellophane. Everything about this cigar comes from America. It comes from the United States more specifically. So the just the whole idea behind it is really cool. The band, it has a nice crest to it, has, of course, the flag colors. You have the top of the tobacco plant that has the flowers still attached to it. It's the part that's usually cut off, so when you go to visit tobacco fields, you don't usually see the flowers. So I thought it was cool that they kept that on there. Nice, beautiful crest, shield looking thing, very regal, very just unique, and I like the idea, again, behind it. So this cigar actually was the very first cigar that was rolled in their historic factory, the El Reloj factory, back in the day. And again, this was something that was kind of revamped by Drew Newman a couple years ago, redid some stuff, obviously changed it up a little bit, but again, keeping the idea that it's all 100% American cigar. So really cool. If you've never had a chance to smoke it, it's definitely a box-worthy cigar. It's beautiful in many ways, and it has a really cool history to it. And I want to say, my memory is slipping, but I think I did a full review of this not too long ago, maybe last year sometime. I'm almost positive I did a full review of it. I know I've had it on a top 5 before, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful cigar. This one's going to give you notes of cedar, a little bit of leather. You pick up a little bit of coffee, a little bit of pepper, kind of all mixed in. And again, just a nice, well-rounded, very balanced, very easy to smoke. This one, I don't know that you'll find it in every humidor. It might be a little bit tougher to locate. However, if you go to anywhere that carries, you know, a variety of the JC Newman line, you should be able to find this cigar. I know that it was very well sought after. So again, you might want to jump onto their website directly. You could go to the JC Newman Cigar website and try to find a local brick and mortar near you that carries these cigars, or you can always reach out to them on their social media platforms, and I'm sure they'd be happy to direct where you could find more of these little babies here. But again, from me to you, wishing you a very happy 4th of July holiday with your family, your friends. Stay safe, stay blessed, and cheers.